The story begins with the big battle between good and evil comes to an end as the hero emerges as the winner, dealing a final blow that pierces the head of the demon lord. Taking advantage of the situation, the human army attacks and takes control of the demon lord's castle, securing their victory. The news spreads, and people in the human realm celebrate with shouts of joy, relieved that their fear of the dark monarch is gone. 3 months have passed since then, and in the demon realm, there is intense competition to fill the empty throne left by the demon lord. Vermilio, one of the 4 elite lords of the demonic empire, becomes the tournament manager in place of her injured colleague, Isidra. Han, the assistant manager, introduces himself and updates Vermilio on the progress of the tournament. The preliminary rounds are over, and Han mentions that many skilled warriors participated, giving hope for a new demon lord who can surpass the late Thor. Vermilio shifts her focus to security and expresses confidence in the strength of their barrier. The assistant assures her that they have upgraded and reinforced everything since the last tournament, ensuring a fair competition with the deep green contract, which guarantees safety and fairness. Vermilio assumes that Isidra has done a great job implementing the contract and expresses her interest in seeing recordings of the preliminaries. Han presents a crystal that projects the events, revealing that the average combat level of the participants is a record high of 45. This excites Vermilio, as it means they have powerful warriors who can aim for more than just reclaiming their realm. She even imagines the possibility of the demons taking back some of the land owned by humans, interfering with her plans for world domination. Suddenly, Vermilio's attention is captured by a competitor on the screen, sensing an incredible power emanating from him. Han explains that the competitor, Helck, is the favorite to win the tournament. Helck has performed exceptionally well in the preliminary rounds and is a renowned hero from the human realm. This revelation infuriates Vermilio, and she shouts in confusion, questioning why a human is allowed to participate. Han clarifies that the tournament allows anyone to participate, except humans, which seems obvious to him. However, Vermilio strongly emphasizes that humans are their mortal enemies, intensifying her frustration. The assistant assures Vermilio not to worry and explains that although Helck is a human, his main objective is to eradicate humans. The assistant shows a video of Hulk's interview where he expresses his dislike for his own race and calls for their destruction. The crowd cheers enthusiastically, creating an intense atmosphere. Han uses this as evidence that everything is going well, but Vermilio sees through Hulk's act and becomes furious. Han tries to calm her down, but her anger intensifies at the idea of a human hero infiltrating their sacred place. She can't believe that no one considered the consequences of allowing this mistake, which could lead to their downfall. The assistant brings Vermilio's attention to the deep green contract, a document signed by all participants, including Helck. The contract's power nullifies any attacks against individuals outside the fighting arena, ensuring that Helck can't harm anyone. Despite his strength, he cannot overcome the contract's power, and even states that no living being can break the contract. Vermilio speculates that Helck is using the contract to his advantage, planning to defeat all the warriors in the tournament to become the Demon Lord. She mentions another video where it seems Helck is about to defeat a weakened opponent, but instead, he surprises everyone by shaking the opponent's hand and praising their impressive fight. This heartwarming scene further increases Helck's popularity among the spectators. However, Vermilio refuses to believe that Helck's intentions are genuine and remains convinced that he has ulterior motives. Her anger reaches a boiling point, causing her to inadvertently set the castle on fire when she realizes that the general population would accept Helck as the tournament's winner. She contemplates taking matters into her own hands and eliminating Helck, but Han reminds her that the contract also prevents outside attacks on the participants. Instead, he suggests finding someone who can defeat Helck to face him in the tournament. As Han tends to the fire, he reveals that no one in the tournament can defeat Helck because his combat level is an astonishing 99. This revelation overwhelms Vermilio, causing the top of the castle to explode. As the dust settles, she wonders how a human could reach such a high level in their short lifespan, understanding the severity of their situation. Han becomes scared upon learning the severe punishment he will face for his mistake. Together, they brainstorm strategies to overcome someone as powerful as Helck. An idea comes to the assistant's mind, impressing Vermilio. Initially, Han suggests changing the format of the next tournament match to divert the focus from combat. He proposes a challenge where the participants construct a 10-story house of cards, deliberately making Hulk's cards slippery. The manager acknowledges that this would level the playing field, but she worries that it might bore the spectators who came to witness an exciting battle for the throne. Aware of the consequences, Han passionately pleads with Vermilio to approve the idea. Meanwhile, in the human realm, Asta, a subordinate of Vermilio, faces challenges gathering information about Helck as she discovers deserted towns. Back in the demon realm, the next round of the tournament is about to begin, and it seems that the manager has taken the assistant's suggestion into consideration. Vermilio wonders how the crowd will react to this new event. The fighters enter the arena, and the announcer explains that the objective is to construct a 10-story house of cards. Only the top 10 contestants will advance to the next round. Hulk struggles with his slippery cards while other participants make progress. It appears that Han's plan might succeed, but just as some contestants are about to finish, Hulk channels his aura, focusing his concentration. In a state of concealed rage, he quickly stacks the house of cards in record time, shocking everyone, including the manager and her assistant. The crowd erupts with excitement as their favorite makes a remarkable comeback. However, other contestants begin to complain, accusing Hulk of cheating. Han is confused by the unexpected turn of events. Kenrose interrupts and tries to explain the meaning of the game, relating it to the Demon King's castle and the importance of balancing offense and defense. However, Vermilio gets annoyed by Kenrose's exaggerated explanation, while the other contestants fall for it and start attacking while building their cards. Hura, on the other hand, doesn't believe Kenrose's explanation. As the game ends, Hulk is announced as the winner, which makes Vermilio angry once again. During this, Vermilio receives a telepathic message from her twin sister, Asta. The twins have a special ability called Type 2, which lets them communicate by drinking coffee. Asta wants an update on the tournament. It seems that the overseers of the tournament tried to cheat in chess and woodworking, but Hulk easily passed those challenges. Realizing the risks, Han suggests a cooking showdown for the next challenge, hoping that Hulk will struggle in this area. Vermilio disguises herself as one of the judges, planning to give Hulk a low score. However, when she tastes Hulk's delicious ice cream sundae, she can't help but give it a perfect score along with the other judges. She criticizes herself for failing her mission. Meanwhile, Hura feels a sense of familiarity when she sees Vermilio but can't remember where she has seen her before. Frustrated by the tastiness of Hulk's food, Hura returns to her seat, urged by Han to stay calm and prevent any explosions. Hura notices powerful-looking demons on the tournament poster and asks about them. Han explains that those demons were expected to win, but Hulk eliminated them in the preliminary rounds. This angers Hura, and the assistant worries she might have another outburst, but she manages to control herself, preventing harm. Hura quietly goes to the office, where Asta joins her with a report from her sister. During this break, the participants relax while waiting for the next round. Hulk is joined by Kenrose, who praises his performance so far. Kenrose notices Hulk looking at a picture and playfully asks him to show it. However, Hulk hides the picture even when Kenrose tries to sneak a peek. Hura watches them and comments that she would never interact with a human like that. In the office, Asta reveals that Hulk has a large bounty on his head and is considered the worst criminal in human history, although he is innocent. Vermilio dismisses humans as foolish. Returning to Hulk, he finally shows the picture to Kenrose, who comments that he and his brother don't look alike, with Hulk's brother appearing more handsome. Hulk agrees, attributing it to their mother. The scene shifts to the office, where Asta continues her report. She visited 3 different towns, but they were all empty. The towns were inhabited until recently. Han interrupts with urgent news that Castle Urim has fallen. Vermilio finds it hard to believe since the Demon Lord Urim had a combat level of 60. She wonders where the humans found strong warriors to compete and speculates that they must have more heroes. The assistant informs her that it wasn't a hero, but rather right-wing knights who are even stronger than any previous human warriors encountered. According to Asta, humans don't have wings. Concerned about the people, Vermilio orders the reinforcement of the barrier and prepares their forces for combat as soon as possible. Meanwhile, Hulk and Kenrose continue playing their game, and Hura notices Hulk becoming forceful with his hits, even cracking the ball on Kenrose's head. Kenrose remarks that he didn't feel anything due to the contract. They both laugh at the absurdity of the situation. This brings an end to our episode. If you enjoyed it, then don't forget to like, share, and subscribe our channel, Annie Explainer.